I'm really proud personally, and I hope staff are, and I hope the community is as well, that a small community took a project all the way from concept to completion and did it really well throughout the entire process. So I think I'm very proud of that. I really hope the community's proud of that, and it's a reflection on a good staff and a good set of elected officials doing good work on behalf of the community.
Right.
So that's kind of the thing I'm most proud of, is that we, the community, were able to accomplish this project.
And what really got the gears turning? What kind of problems were they having
Sure.
at the town?
So the idea of a new building or a renovated building had been one that the town council was discussing before I even arrived. I think one of the first meetings I sat in on as assistant town manager was a space needs study that had been done to reevaluate how to look at that
Right,
building.
right.
And during that time, we were looking at things and trying to figure out a way to go, and it just never rose to the top of the priority list. That the building was functioning, it had its issues. So 10 years later, we're now in the kind of 2000 teens. The simple way to put it is every system was failing. I mean, name one, it was bad. HVAC was either dead or dying. We had to do a ton of repairs to that. Plumbing was in horrible shape. What were the additional problems that I'm missing?
I think you covered most of them. And I think another problem was, to maybe answer the next question, was there was nowhere to expand that building. Mm-hmm. We couldn't go back, we couldn't go forward, and the foundation wouldn't enable us to go up either.
Right.
And so it was a tough decision, because that building, as many troubles as it had, was pretty beloved and kind of one of the picturesque buildings of our town. And so there was some heart sentiment that we had to work through with the community.
Can you talk a little bit about community engagement and how, from the town's perspective, you were working at different stages of the project to share what was going on here and why?
In a small town, and I hope this is the case in most local governments, I mean, community engagement isn't an option, it's baked into the cake. It has to be part of what we do. Because if you're not going to do it, you're going to get a lot of negative comments. So you try to bring people along with you. And that was kind of the way I looked at it, was you have to start with, you can't make the decision yourself that you're going to do a new building. You have to convince people that that's the need and why you're going to do it, and that it's the right process, and then do the new one. And so we did try to build into the process community engagement opportunities. I think we did the best we could within the circumstance, and that was making sure that every step of the way we brought it back to the community, right? So when we make a decision, then we have to go tell people or get their input on it. And I think we did a relatively good job of that.
What benefit would you say the project had for the community?
I think now that the project is done and kind of getting to its final state, there is a sense of civic pride in it. I mean, it's starting to show up in custom prints that people are making to sell at Fourth Friday's events.
Really?
And, as an element of a bigger picture, my wife actually bought one of those. So it's showing up as part of the fabric of the community.
As a town employee working in the building, what is the biggest benefit to you, and how your job is going and how you're able to work having this asset?
I mean, I can say a fairly simple one is we were able to very conveniently, with one project, meet customer service needs, meet our employees' needs, and meet our safety needs. When I'm meeting with state representatives or economic development prospects, it's a place I'm proud to bring them. And I wasn't ashamed of the old building, but there's cracks in the wall, the paint hasn't been refreshed. It was just, this I think presents a much more professional, clean face to the public. There's tangential benefits as well. We now have more downtown parking available, so that's good for the entire economy of downtown and the experience as a visitor. The community gathering space will be a wonderful amenity for the public. And then again, just back to, this is your public building. You can come here and get all the answers that you need, do all your public government interaction, and it's a one-stop shop.